Hello everybody, this is Bumble, Schmuck, and welcome back to the Fog Whisperers channel. Seeing as the Season 7 update is coming up pretty soon, I just figured I'd go through my own personal list of the top 10 most likely killers in Dead by Daylight, this Season 7 anniversary. Now, I highly doubt that we're going to get any original killers, considering that it is, an anniversary chapter, and we know that Behavior loves to just treat their fans well. So, yeah, we're going to be starting out with the least likely. These are the ones that I honestly don't see happening very much. And we're going to go to number 1. And before we begin, do keep in mind that this is just my personal opinion. This is my list. Feel free to disagree, except I'm actually correct. So don't disagree. Okay. In the number 10 spot, I have Negan from The Walking Dead. A highly requested killer. Lots of people love him. And honestly, I think he's got a lot going on. The Walking Dead has been, well requested in Dead by Daylight for years now. I would love to see, get my boy Daryl in as a survivor. I believe that would work out well. And we've seen with the Trickster that baseball bat killers can, work really well. Have a bit of variety, not be overpowered in the slightest. I feel like he would bring a lot of terror, a lot of scariness, just some all-around some general zombie spunk. Maybe even a power with the zombies, similar to how the Nemesis works. I think this would actually be a very nice chapter. So that was my number 10 pick, Negan from The Walking Dead. And for my next spot, number 9, I'm going to go with Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, a beloved franchise. And, he's one of the real icons of horror, one of the last that has really yet to be in the game. We've already gotten Michael Myers and Chucky in the game. So I just figured that we need a little bit of Freddy Krueger while we're at it. I feel like he could really work well. Some good balance with the almost a dream dimension power. I can see that happening. Nightmare on Elm Street, it's a rather big franchise. I'm also surprised that it hasn't gotten in the game already. It's one of the great icons of horror. He should have been in the game a long time ago, but with such stopping talent and eye power, I feel like Robert Englund can definitely bring a good performance to the character should they bring him in. Maybe even have some voice lines like Albert Wesker, and I feel like he could have some cool powers with that glove, and it would all be great. Just God forbid that they ever bring in the god awful remake, but they won't do that. So that's number 9, the Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh my god. Coming in at number 8, one of the more realistic picks on my list that I can honestly imagine happen, we're going to go with the Joker from DC Comics. What are the all-time classic psychotic clowns, and what with all the people asking for Pennywise, or maybe even Art the Clown to be brought into the game, I honestly feel that the Joker would do great. But I feel they would need to stray away from some of the tamer Jokers, Heath Ledger, and really stick to the more psychotic versions. I'm thinking George Romero here. And, honestly, I could see a lot of that going well, what with, his batarangs. And the vibranium armor could also definitely bring a nice tool to the toolkit. I can honestly see him just being an all-around terrifying killer. So, number 8, the Joker from the DC Comics universe. Coming in at my number 7 spot, we have Ted Bundy. Now, Behavior is yet to go into the realms of real-life killers. Some may consider it immoral, but I can certainly see that it works out. Why exactly should we care for the feelings of a monster like Ted Bundy? Although he was a great killer, I feel like he could, you truly get in some gruesome kills. Maybe a good Mori, perhaps even a good cop, a good cop outfit. That would work out well. Honestly, one of the most terrifying killers that I've seen in a good long while. And whenever they added him into Brawlhalla, he broke the entire meta. So I can only imagine what he would do in Dead by Daylight. It would be a great, great bit of fun. So number 7, Bundy.
Hey, shut that off over there.
Coming in at number 6, we have the Killer Tire from cult horror film Rubber. Now, I can honestly see this being in, since so many people have been requesting him, even since day one. Honestly, a true classic of the horror genre, ever since he fought Godzilla in the '78 film. It was great fun. I can honestly see him working out with his telekinetic powers, working out quite well. I can also see him blending in with the map, almost introducing a sort of prop hunt mode. Honestly, I could see it being quite fun. All around great times, very balanced. Maybe even more, you could, have him summoning his other wheeled friends, as you see in the end of the film. So, for number 6, we're going to go with the Killer Tire from Rubber. Coming in at number 5 on my list, we have one of the all-time titans of video game horror, HERTOBRIN. Now, with the recent Silent Hill and Resident Evil chapters being super successful, I could see Behavior wanting to get their hands on more iconic Japanese horror franchises. And I honestly feel like Herobrine could be an all-time great addition to the game. Now, what with his abilities to make small toddlers defecate like crazy, honestly, he's just terrifying. I have nightmares of this man every day. I'm honestly putting him on this list purely for the sheer fact that if I don't, I do believe he will kill me in real life. He will strangle me to death with his blocky hands, and I will not be able to do anything about it. So, coming in at number 5, we have Herobrine. Notch, I am sorry, number 5.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 4. Honestly, we don't have enough representation for internet horror. Lots of people have been talking about Slender Man, Jeff the Killer, other creepypastas in Dead by Daylight, but I feel we need some SCP representation, and, frankly, some may say SCP-096, the Shy Guy, the Statue. I see all of these, for I give my opinion, and the SCP fans weep with tear at their reminder of SCP-6969, also known as Spooky Gatorade. This SCP is one of the most powerful in the entire franchise, and Dead by Daylight honestly hasn't had enough inanimate object representation either. And, I feel they would have some balancing issues bringing him into the game due to its incredibly powerful, abilities, but I feel they could, make it work the same since, they brought in Bill from Left 4 Dead, and he was equally powerful, yet he's still just as weak in the game for the sake of balance. So, I feel some good representation there, all around great. SCP-6969, Spooky Gatorade, number 4. Coming in at number 3 on my list, we have the one, the great, the almighty, Willard Fillmore from the great American franchise of video games. Now, we've had some older killers in the franchise. Deathslinger's a little bit older, and of course, the Plague is from Babylon, whatever. But we haven't had enough geriatric representation. I feel the dead walking zombie of Willard Fillmore would be great. He ruled America with an iron fist, and I'm sure that he could rule the survivors with iron grasp. I feel this needs no further explanation. Number 3, Willard Fillmore. Coming in at number 2 on the list, we have the late and great Grizzly Bear from the Bass Pro Shops franchise. We've had some non-human killers throughout the history of the game. Actually, yeah, no, we've had 2, multiple. The Demogorgon, of course, sadly removing, but never forgotten. And of course, the Dredge, and they are, some of the more terrifying killers in the game, not necessarily because they're, scary boogeymen with knives that will get you, but rather because they're beasts of nature. Freaks. that you cannot comprehend. And what is less comprehensible and more of a beast of nature than grizzly bear? Of course, this would also bring in a new item to the game, I imagine, the cub, given to survivors, just generally used to provoke the bear, nothing else. And honestly, I feel that it wouldn't even necessarily need a sacrifice system. It could just kill them. It could just eat the survivors, and I feel that would be balanced. Uh, yeah. So number two, grizzly bear. In the number one spot, we have the late and great machine gun cart for maximum overdrive. Machine Gun Cart is honestly one of the all-time great horror villains. I'm genuinely surprised it didn't get into the base game with Hillbilly. Many people, they really like to grab and levitate towards the idea that Pennywise will be added into the game, and frankly, I find this idea to be baloney. Pure ludicrousy at its finest. You see, I get that they want to add a good Stephen King killer into the game, but honestly, we already have a clown, and he's scarier than Pennywise. And I feel that another good Stephen King killer could come in with maximum overdrive. All sorts of great, killer abilities I can honestly see. No sacrifice system, just a machine gun. But honestly, I feel this could be balanced out greatly. Um, honestly, all around great. And for the survivor, we have the waitress with the bazooka, the one who dies brutally. She will be taken up by the entity in her death, and frankly, she might even bring the bazooka with her. So that'll be good balancing for the game. And all around, I could see this being the most likely. Some leaks have mentioned Machine Gun Cart as being a possibility, especially on 4chan. And a model was actually spotted on Matthew Cote's shelf in one of the last developer live streams. And the actual owner of the Machine Gun Cart, Stephen King, has actually come out on Infowars himself and said that he would be all down to bring it into the game. So all around, this is the most likely. I could see it coming in, and I believe it would be a great addition to the game. Number one, Machine Gun Cart. So yeah, this has been Bumble Schmuck. This is Bumble Schmuck, and please like, subscribe, give me your coordinates, and enjoy your day. This has been great to announce these. I hope your day is doing all good. Good list. I believe these to be likely, but feel free to give me your own opinions. I've heard some people talking about Grover Cleveland getting in the game. I don't see that happening, but I'm open-minded. I'm free to any of these happening. So thank you all, and goodbye.